everybody, and welcome to the Day of the Dead Digital Showcase. Thanks to Jeff Keighley for having us be part of his Summer Games Fest, and thank you to all of you, the millions of people watching millions of people. God, that can't be right. This thing has really grown since it started 10 years ago here in San Francisco. Day of the Devs was an idea from Double Fine Productions.
You guys started too quick.
To put on a show that really celebrated video games and focused on the fans and the developers.
And Jack Black's cousin.
To meet and celebrate games. It started as a live event here in San Francisco where we had developers showing their games, where people could play.
So this is going to be a bunch of indie games and shit, because it's what, Double Fine and like I Am 8-Bit or something?
And then during the pandemic, it became digital only, and now we're doing both. A live
We'll probably have a good amount of shit going on, you know?
We had record number of submissions this year, more people wanting to be part of Day of the Devs than any year previously, and we have more world premieres today than ever before. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and please, without further ado, enjoy Day of the Devs. Digital Showcase. There'll be effects on it. It's not good.
Oh.
I'm pleased to introduce a brand new game from a team that is near and dear to my heart. This is from Greg Lobanoff and the team at Wishes Unlimited, who made incredible games like Wandersong and Chicory. Here's
Link right there.
Title,
Let me know if it is too quiet, too loud, whatever. I think that's about right. Probably. World premiere.
Hi, I'm Greg Lobanov, and I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what my friends and I have been working on together ever since Chicory came out a couple years ago. Introducing Beastie Ball.
Beastie Ball. This is going to be a no from me. I will say, this is going to be a no from me.
Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG where you coach a team of beasties to play Beastie Ball, which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties to your team.
So it's Pokemon mixed with
rival sports teams
volleyball.
Rise your way through the Beastie Ball rankings.
Honestly,
beasties are highly social creatures that evolved to play sports. In their natural wild state,
evolved.
They're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, or just to have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another. And depending on their personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide in a really tough match.
I'm not writing anything down about Beastie Ball.
So with this
Just
game,
FYI.
we really wanted to emphasize the Beasties'
It's about
agency as living creatures.
a different game that we saw earlier.
They'll only join your team after being
I quickly wrote it down and misspelled
it. Set of conditions while you're playing against them.
Fix it.
The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but
OCD.
to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change and the bonds that they form with each other. We knew we wanted to create a really wide variety of beasties that each have their own ecological niche and way of playing Beastie Ball. So we're working with a really wonderful bunch of concept artists and spending a lot of time on each design. All the beasties have a range of colors and sizes, and their poses and animations are all hand-drawn, which gives us lots of opportunity to express their personality.
It's a lot of work.
Their different ways
hand
of
drawing
moving.
that shit.
To help give each beastie that personality, we've been doing unique voices for them. Each one can express a range of emotions, and we've had a lot of fun performing that.
Professional
but it's not all
dog,
just
nice.
friendships and rainbows. This game is about sports.
You come from a tiny town built around a nature preserve. You're kind of
fucking zoom
underdogs
in.
until one day
This
the
game-
Beastie Ball League shows up and starts tearing down the preserve to build a stadium.
Stay on this.
Your only
This
way to
game
stop
is
the
about
construction is to rise
sports.
all the way to the top of the Beastie Ball League.
Right from the start of your adventure, you'll be able to see all the great teams.
Fucking
on the
crazy.
map. You decide where to go,
Crazy ass
challenge,
zoom in.
and what order.
Jesus.
And every time you defeat a ranked coach, the other ranked coaches become stronger. So no matter which way you go, you'll have a tough and exciting rise to the top.
We're so excited to finally reveal this.
The
It's
fucking-
a really special project for us. And
The
if Beastie
fucking
Ball looks cool to
videos
you too, then please check us out at beastieballgame.com.
For the super. This is
soon,
something
and
that
we'd
would be
love
on
to
the
have your support.
Wholesome Game Show.
Thanks very
Or
much.
Game
We
Fest, or
can't
whatever
wait to
it's
talk to you
called.
more about Beastie Ball.
But the Wholesome one, that's what this would be on, is one of those. There's a reason I'm not gonna cover the Wholesome
In Hyper Light
game
Breaker,
show.
Heart Machine's follow-up title in the Hyper Light universe, You'll assume the role of a mercenary.
I'm hoping
with some
they're not
serious
all gonna
skills.
be super,
You'll
like,
be entering the Overgrowth.
super
An
happy,
amazing
yeah.
open world with everything from lush rolling hills to deep labyrinths. They'll be comprised of both handcrafted and procedural elements, just how I like my levels. Like its predecessor, it'll be chock full of secrets
Just how I
and
like
lore,
my levels
sure to
too.
satisfy even the most curious explorer. You'll face off against enigmatic enemies, armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks. This is Hyper Light Breaker.
Hello,
Hyper
I'm
Light
Alex,
Breaker.
creative director at Heart Machine, and we're making Hyper Light Breaker.
And like, we're making Hyper Light Breaker. It's whatever. He does not seem enthused. It's still very indie.
Hyper Light Breaker is a huge, stylish, bloody game. As is our MO, it's a game that's vivid but bleak, with a crumbling world that can be brutal and beautiful all at once. It's a major landmark for us, and the first of its kind, an open world game where you never return to the same world twice. You could say it's a mix of incredible open world games like Breath of the Wild, distilled into the format of a roguelike such as Dead Cells or Hades.
Yeah, I guess the
Play alone
art
or
style
with friends cooperatively.
is kind of Breath of the Wildy.
Breaker's narrative will be presented fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago. Every world will be
I mean, this one's also going to be a note
loaded
from me,
with
but
dangerous creatures, razor-sharp combat, vast overgrown
we're at least getting closer to a yes.
civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure, with dangerous, unique, and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs. You'll pick up new gear, make new builds, unlock new characters, upgrade your equipment as you bring back more and more materials from runs. We've learned so much from our previous games, building up amazing tech and a deep well of knowledge and experience as a team. Breaker's the culmination
True.
of all that incredible work, and we're excited to have you experience it for yourself. We'll have a lot more information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
okay. Sounds good.
And now, in true Day of the Devs fashion, we're traveling halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developer Stone Skip and publisher iam8bit Presents, I'm thrilled to bring you a world premiere title that is not only relaxing and enjoyable, it's chill and vibey. Let that anxiety go while you play.
I like
Simpler
relaxing,
times.
chill, vibey games. I love vibey, chill, relaxing games so much. Audio Technica? Okay. We got an Audio Technica mic right now.
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stoneskip Studio.
Hello,
We are a
Dragos.
small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful interactive experiences. Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty of the ordinary and serves as a place from the past where you can be present.
Simpler Times follows Taina on a heartwarming journey through her memories as she prepares to leave her childhood home.
Man, it's getting pretty full. Starting to feel like I'm never gonna come back.
We want you to slow down and savor the present moment by immersing you in Taina's world.
See, these games don't really work with me because I'm just not sentimental at all.
Through visual storytelling
I'm just not.
and mindful interactions.
So any of these
you'll
games
journey
where it's
alongside
like,
her as she delves into her past
oh,
and
you're
uncovers
packing and
her
thinking about
authentic
memories, and it's like, oh, it's so sad, you're gonna be leaving your childhood home. It does not hit.
With each puzzle, Taina grows closer to adulthood and you'll be there to guide her. From simple activities like picking dried leaves from a plant to more complex ones like building a birdhouse, you'll interact with
wanna build a
objects that
birdhouse.
hold sentimental value for Taina.
I really wish I could take you with me. I'm gonna miss our duets together.
We know the world is getting faster every day. We live in it too. We wanted to create a space where players can take a break, slow down, and enjoy something meaningful.
Yeah, this one's also gonna be a no.
Simpler Times
from
stems
me.
from stories we believe need to be told and heard. Inspired by this very place we're now sitting in, the game is a reflection of the physical spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
We want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around
Honestly,
us, encouraging you to reflect on your own memories and experiences.
I feel
Simpler
like
Times is coming soon
if
on
it's
PC
something
and
that
other platforms,
you could
so make sure
get
to wishlist
into,
on Steam and follow us on social media.
I feel like
Thanks for taking the
this
time
wouldn't
to
be too
listen.
bad.
We hope you'll enjoy playing Simpler Times.
It seems like
as
it would
much as
be
you
good
enjoy
for what it's supposed to be, you know?
Bye.
Bye!
It's like childhood is the beach and growing up is the sea. Can I still take all these seashells with me? Can I lock them in a chest with my memory?
Can I hit it? It's been fucking. It is pouring.
This
Jesus.
next game is from Sad Owl Studios and Thunderful Publishing. It's a really unique puzzle
Stream
game.
shouldn't
built
go down,
around a
but
camera
if it
mechanic
does,
where the photos that you take become
it's because
3D
of the
worlds
weather.
to explore. This is Viewfinder.
What are you doing, Mango? Viewfinder, so we're gonna take pictures of shit, right? That's what we're doing? Taking pictures?
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
What is this place?
What is
It
this?
is a game that, gives players a lot of freedom.
What's an old photograph doing here?
You can
And you have to
take photos,
figure out where it
find
was.
photos, and then make them into real 3D spaces.
Can Mango jumping at me?
Did you just ship
Jesus.
reality? Sick.
What makes it unique is the central mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
It's such a unique
Okay.
experience, and I think everybody is just gonna have a different experience of how
Ooh.
they play Viewfinder, and that's just a really nice thing to it.
A perfect fit. An elegant solution.
Can Mango smacking shit?
That doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't.
You can rotate reality too.
If I was to compare
Bingo.
Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the gameplay of Portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber. People have also compared it to The Witness and Manifold Garden and various other first-person puzzle games.
Go say hi.
It's a puzzle game, but it's very sandboxy and playful and open-ended.
The whole concept of when we started is that when you actually create something, you do destroy
He's getting
a lot
rambunctious.
of things, and that's just a very important lesson in creation. Viewfinder is created.
This one has a cool concept,
by
at
different
least.
people. And we have people
So
from
weird.
all over the world who have
I do
such
like games that do that,
diverse
though.
and interesting cultures.
That is very
Each
cool.
character comes from a different culture. There's a lot of sort of culture-specific props and items.
It's
and
interesting.
Themes who you learn about mostly through environments and environmental storytelling. And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces that really represent that character, who they are, what they like to do.
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions.
That is a weird looking cat, but okay.
Celia was always fond of games.
It's just very important for us to just put in what we know so that the rest of the world could also, have a glimpse of the experience.
What is the game? Is it Superliminal? Is that the game
This
that's
must be the next stage.
kind of like this, where you like take a piece and
go.
move it closer to make it bigger or further away to make it smaller. It's
we received
like a
record
similar
number of submissions for the Summer Game Fest edition of Day of the Devs, but this next
Just
game
with
didn't
pictures.
actually come through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation team is always looking for games. This next one actually came from Twitter because the creator was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous,
eyes
hand-drawn
everywhere.
ghost story called Haunty.
Mingo,
Hello
stop.
everyone, my name is Leo Dasso, and I'm with Moonloop. Together we're making a game called Haunty.
Haunty! Eh. I don't know about this one.
The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost, you can haunt things and get access to their abilities. And there's a big variety of things that you can haunt in this game.
Gotcha. I think it's gonna be a no for me. That's the theme of the stream is
sort of exploring
that's gonna be a
around,
no.
see what different things you can haunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game.
The
Haunty
last one with
follows
the
story of a ghost
camera
in
and
the
pictures and shit,
afterlife, and beyond
that
it
one
really expands into
maybe.
a lot of ghosts
But
in the afterlife and sort of the stories
this one,
that they have.
nah. It's very much like a
The
really short
progression and
indie game.
story of Haunty both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special.
Feels like it'd be
ability
like an
that
hour or
they
two
give ghosts access to pieces of their
gameplay,
past
but it's
life
gotta
that
be
they've left
short.
behind.
I feel like it would get old so fast.
The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style, so there's a lot of painstaking frame-by-frame animation work in there. And we have a fantastic soundtrack. And so it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience. If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
So, okay. Because they said that,
next game is a bit of a blast
if you're
from the past.
not buying
Arrived on the scene
something,
around
but you
12
do want to
years ago,
support it,
quickly
wishlist
became the
that
talk
shit
of
on
the town
Steam.
and won a handful of
Because
awards, including
Steam
Shameless
or
Banana
Valve
Prize,
literally
GDC's
takes
Independent
wish
Game
list
Festival.
numbers, and that's what
Then,
they
shortly
go off of
afterwards,
for like
both
front
the game and
page
its
and shit like that.
creator vanished.
So wish
That
listing
game
is
was Cart Life,
huge.
a slice of life
So
simulation
fucking
game
big.
that put you in the shoes of
So if you
various
think a
street
game's
vendors
cool,
and
for
tasked you
sure
with setting
wish
up a
list that
successful
shit.
business selling bagels or newspapers. As the story unfolds, you'd soon find yourself making tough choices and trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their families. It was a truly unique, powerful, and special game, and it's super sad that it's been unplayable now for the better part of a decade. But it gives me great pleasure to tell you that, lovingly restored and better than ever, Cart Life is back.
Car Life?
Hi, I'm Nick Herman. I'm with Ad Hoc Studio, and we're here to show you Cart Life.
Cart Life.
Cart Life is a retail simulator developed by Richard Hoffmeyer and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For
Did
a
it?
variety of reasons, he ended up pulling it off Steam, but all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're
I never
partnering
heard
with
of
him
it.
to help bring it back.
Interesting.
In Cart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their own unique background and circumstances, but what they all have
Vinny.
in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart. Andris is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put down roots in a new town by opening a newspaper stand. And Vinny has big dreams, but never enough money to make it happen. He's hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around for him. Managing your own cart is not an easy job. Just like in real life, in cart life, your resources are limited. You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories. The world of cart life is alive
drunk?
and
What the
full of
fuck?
characters
I don't know
who are
about
potential
you or
customers
anything,
that you'll
your
get to know as you try to
anything.
build your
Like
business.
Jesus.
There's no
The fuck
right
was
or
that?
wrong way to play this game. What players choose to do with the time that they have with each character is entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different based on the choices they make, what they prioritize, and even the order in which they choose to play the characters. This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art, updated controls and mechanics, and we really look forward to sharing it all with you on PC and console later this year.
The skateboard
Wishlisted on
renaissance has been
Steam.
going on for the last couple years in games, and as we get deeper into the grind revival, things are getting a little more avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave, but with a heavy helping of demons and brimstone. This is the world premiere of Hellskate.
That sounds interesting.
Hello, my name is Jordi van den Bussen, also known as Kwobbelkop. I'm the CEO and founder of Phantom Coast, and today we'll be talking about Hellskate.
Okay.
All right, Anton. First try. Here we go. No! That was a good combo. All right, that's it.
Too slow. Again.
Hellskate takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters who will do anything to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most.
Honestly,
skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skate.
I'm interested.
I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
It started a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002, I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground. And at the time we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super neat, right? But of course, we're bound to Tony Hawk, we're bound to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellskate. Hellskate is a skateboarding roguelike game. It fuses together old school skateboarding with the tricks and traversal, manual
I do like
grinds,
roguelites.
jumps, balance meters with a roguelite structure.
That is
Just like
dope.
with other games in the roguelite genre, death is a central mechanic in the game. When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources which you can use to get permanent upgrades such as tattoos or skateboards, which act as weapons. The combat in our game can be described as a fast-paced skateboard hack and slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks, the core of the gameplay revolves around your skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning. And then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of the skateboarding, where you need it, when you need it.
Why did you stop me from skating?
Look at yourself.
Why did you stop
your
him?
Wing, your arm. What do you think happens when that gets to your head?
Thank you for watching this reveal of Hell's Gate. Wishlisting the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
In our next game, Henry Halfhead, you play as Half a Head.
Henry Halfhead?
That's it. That's the game. But it's so much more than that too, because you see, Henry can be many
That's
things.
it.
Can be anything.
That's the game.
In fact, he has the curious ability to be able to transform into anything
That is
he
it.
can reach. Using this peculiar power and perplexing form, you'll live the life of the title character, navigating sandbox situations crafted by Zurich-based developers Lululu Entertainment, and in so doing, maybe ponder the philosophical questions. Who is, how is, what does it mean to be Henry Halfhead?
Welcome!
does
May
it
I introduce you to Henry? Henry's not just anyone. If they're anything, they're, well, everything. Henry can transform into everything in their reach. Yes, everything. And that's how they manage their daily
This
life.
might be kind of hard to get through, to be honest.
The
Holy
familiar
shit.
noise of Henry's alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day. And it
Day
will
of the
keep
Devs.
ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous
Is gonna be a
machine.
tough one to get through.
Tick tock, tick tock. At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making their bed. Staying in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later. Henry knows that if you want to change the world, you have to start off by making your own bed. Completing this simple task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up.
Again, this one's gonna be a no.
For hours, Henry could sit there,
As you can imagine.
lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a singing mouth.
Yep, I do that too.
Not too hot, not too cold.
Just right.
Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know, they just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin.
Yeah, it's actually great. Oh man. This is kind of weird. A little bit,
Got all
just a
the
little bit.
dirt. Henry should now dry themselves. All clean and dry, Henry is now ready for a proper breakfast.
He's ready for the proper one.
Breakfast with a warm beverage is important, and so is keeping up with the news.
Fucking gotta get plugged in.
This week. That's all for now. Have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day.
The best drink Henry can make from beans.
Oh man. I need Devolver to hurry up.
Candy of nature. Delicious. Well fed and well informed, Henry has to get ready and pack for work.
This is basically what the Wholesome Games show usually is.
If Henry takes their lunchbox and leaves now, they can catch the 8 o'clock bus. Double the Henry, double the fun. Play Henry's not so ordinary
I don't know.
everyday life. In
I don't want Henry doubled, okay?
Henry, everyday life with a twist.
Our next game is from Jeppe Carlsen, a creator who's perhaps best well known for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside. We had the honor of working with him to
No, I'm just
publish
kidding.
2 of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents: Rhythm Action Platformer 140 and co-op arcade shooter Thoth, 2 of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played that truly give you a sense for and appreciation of Jeppe's contributions to those Playdead titles. His new game sees him teaming back up with Jakob Schmidt, composer of 140, and applying his trademark puzzle skills to a beautiful, mind-bending adventure game. This is Cocoon.
Hello, I'm Jakob, co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen. I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon.
Dope. We do enjoy things. What's this one gonna be? Oh man. This one's at least the most interesting. Other than the camera one. The camera one was okay. That one was like a cool concept. This one,
Cocoon is an adventure game with multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb. Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring. Just like that.
That was dope.
We are now in a world outside.
So is this just going to be like a isometric puzzle game?
Contains the world we were previously exploring.
I think. Seems like an isometric puzzle game.
We are now in a world even further outside, and can explore this world using the orange orb that we picked up.
Mixed with Inception. Because it's a world within a world within a world, you know?
Orbs can be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles.
Interesting.
And you can even throw them into pipes.
Throw it in a pipe.
You can use the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world, let it pass by, and jump back in.
Gotcha. Interesting. I like this one.
Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles.
I like it.
Within each world, you have to face a mighty guardian. Here is a first glimpse of one of these encounters.
Just gotta make a little note that Cocoon might be one to do. We'll see if they have a release date or not. Now, are these like boss fights actually going to be hard, or is it? Oh no, okay. So you're looking for the world, and then you're dodging. And then you're shoving the world into the monster.
We hope you look forward to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
Okay. I was hoping they'd give like an actual date. But no.
And now, I'm pleased to bring you a title from French-Canadian developer Impossible. In this relaxing artistic exploration game, you play a painter with a watercolor brush and a whole city to explore. This game is more than appropriate for Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest edition because its title, Été, in French, translates to the word summer.
Hi, my name is Laszlo, and I'm the creative director at Impossible. We are a small Montreal-based indie studio working on our first title, Été.
Yeah, this one's gonna be no.
In Été, you see the world through the eyes of a painter, with every surface acting like a blank canvas, just waiting for you to fill it with color. Été means summer in French, because it's set in our French-speaking hometown of Montreal, Canada, as you step into the shoes of a painter who's traveling abroad for, well,
Are you not
summer.
supposed to just paint everything?
This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way.
Dope. Okay. They let you pet the dog.
When you fill something with paint, you'll extract its color as droplets of experience.
Good game.
And as you
Good
level
game.
up, you'll become able to unleash larger splashes of paint that reveal a bigger part of the world at once.
Is that your exploration meter?
You'll also meet plenty of locals, taking part in their lighthearted, everyday anecdotes, and some of them will even commission artworks from you.
I can make one.
Whoa.
Oh, but
Using your
Jesus.
bike, you can travel quickly back to your apartment and paint those commissions on canvas.
So, okay. Honestly, if people get this, smart, alright? They release
That's
the
where your
game,
creativity comes into play.
and then they can put out
At your easel,
little worlds
you can create gorgeous
as
watercolor artworks
really
using
cheap
anything
paid
you've
DLC.
discovered in your expedition so far.
Boom.
Stamps on your canvas can be freely
That-
moved,
that
resized,
is
rotated
games as
in
a service
3D,
right there,
and
okay?
even recolored. The canvas is pretty much your sandbox that lets you.
I'm
put
sure there
your
are
own
going to
spin
be a
on
lot of people,
commissions.
or not
And if
not a
you're
lot of
feeling
people.
inspired,
There are going to be
you can
people
paint as many creative artworks as you like without
that
any
like
kind
this.
of limitation. With hundreds of
This part
unlockable
is
stamps
cool.
at your disposal and dozens of commissions to inspire you, the only limit really is your imagination.
Yeah, that part is cool.
Apart from living your best life as the friendly neighborhood painter, you'll also get to meet other like-minded artists, like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among
Theo.
many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best-kept secret, an abandoned building that could become your very own painting studio.
Full of dead bodies.
But you'll have to dive into that story for yourself. It is coming out in 2024, and we hope you'll enjoy your adventures as a traveling painter in this
Yeah, I mean, it's a no.
slowly
It's a no
crafted,
from
whimsical
me.
summer world.
I'm not gonna do it, but I do like the idea.
Hi, everybody. How are you liking the show so far? This is the time where we take a brief break to talk about the long and complicated process by which we accept games into the nominating committee and all the legal ramifications and the technical rules that go with the accounting of the...
Tim, sorry. I thought that, I thought I was doing something here too.
All right, okay.
All right. Hey,
Okay.
Kelly from Indie Mega Booth here with a very
Hey.
exciting announcement. We're back.
They're back.
If you're a fan of indie games, you may have seen the Indie Mega Booth at shows
I'm a
like
fan of
PAX
some.
West and PAX East over the last decade, bringing together a curated selection of the best up-and-coming indie titles. Games like Crypt of the Necrodancer, Tunic, Disco Elysium, Spiritfarer, Celeste, Mini Metro,
Yeah, they got some
Bastardier,
bangers.
The Stanley Parable, and Papers, Please have all been part of the Indie Mega Booth community. If you're a dev, you'll likely know us from our industry work, such as our GDC showcases, our Presence
did have
at
some
Bit
bangers in
Summit,
that
our
list.
global outreach and events, including a robust scholarship and grant program. And if you've never heard of any of this, well, that's fine. Just think of us as like a stepping stone into the games industry, where folks who love indie games can connect with each other, discover new games, and be part of a welcoming, diverse, broad, creative community. Indie Mega Booth has been in hibernation during the pandemic, but we are so excited to announce that we're finally waking up from our big long slumber and we're ready to move forward with IMB 2.0.
Our
Head on over to our brand new
COVID-induced
website,
slumber.
indiemegabooth.com, and be Indie Know by signing up for our newsletter. Learn about new games, upcoming showcases, digital sales, and the best ways to help support
Be
the games and developers that you know.
in the
and love.
know.
As we've always said, individually we're tiny, together we're mega.
Yeah, be in to know.
We have another world premiere for y'all, and it's also really thematically appropriate for this showcase. You'll see why in a second. It's from the aesthetically amazing studio called Land and Sea. They're famous for the Alto series that you know and love, but this next one is not what you're expecting from them. It'll be herding your way. It'll be flocking your way. No, I like herding. It'll be herding your way next year. It's called Summerhill. It's about sheep.
It'll be hurting your way. Yeah.
Hi there. My name is Harry Nesbitt, and I'm the
Honestly, a little
founder
gross,
and creative director of Land and Sea. We're a small team from the UK, best known as the developers of the Alto's Adventure series. Now, over the last few years, we've been busy growing the team and laying the groundwork for our most ambitious project yet. It's an entirely new IP that aims to build on the themes that we care about most as a studio. And we're super excited to be able to share this exclusive first teaser with you today. So please take a look, and I'll be back at the end to tell you more.
Alto's Adventure and Alto's Odyssey. Both games that I've never heard of. Will it be good? I don't know. Seems like it's gonna be very much another one of the like wholesome direct game shits. So probably not. Probably not. It's probably not gonna be my speed. Are you just a shepherd? Is that it? Are you a shepherd? Pog? The gate is glowing, Pog? Oh, is that it? Jesus.
We hope you enjoyed this first look at our brand new game, Summerhill.
I don't know what it is.
To give you a little bit more detail, Summerhill is a story-driven puzzle game in which you play as a young shepherd and their dog.
You are a shepherd.
Together you'll be setting out to rescue your lost flock that have been scattered across the mysterious land that lies at the border of your home. Summerhill brings together gentle problem solving, fluid herding-based gameplay, and striking pastoral landscapes
Fluid
to tell
herding.
a timeless coming-of-age folk
Fluid herding
As a
based
team, we've been
gameplay.
massively inspired by the rich
Oh, yeah.
history and cultural impact of sheep herding across the world. There are a few people or places that haven't been impacted in some small way by the practice of shepherding. Even the name, Summerhill, is a name often given to highland pastures where sheep are taken to graze during the warmest months of the year. In many ways, sheep herding is in our DNA, and we really want to do justice to this timeless tradition and tell a story that could only be told in this way. We're also super excited to be working again with our longtime collaborator, Todd Baker. Todd is a composer and audio designer best known for his work on games such as Monument Valley 2, Dreams, and our very own Alto's Odyssey. We can't wait to share more with you, so if you'd like to be the first to hear about what we're up to, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game, or go to summerhill.game to join our mailing list. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you again soon.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to play a game about shepherding, but
Next up, we have an update on Eternites.
I'm sure there's people that
This is
will.
from Studio Psy, essentially a one-person team with a few friends helping out on the side. And it's a dating action game. Now, you've heard a lot about this title. Sorry. What's happening?
I'm sorry, Greg. I know I shouldn't be interrupting Day of the Devs.
Okay.
But it's urgent. A virus has turned most of us into... I don't know how much longer we can hold out. It won't be easy, and the road will be long, but who knows? Maybe we'll find one more thing worth fighting for.
Interesting.
Eternites is a dating action game that takes adrenaline-fueled combat and mixes it together with a heartfelt love story.
So this would be very different from things that we have played, but
Sometimes with all these infected, it's too
maybe.
much. And it's during these moments that I'm happy to have someone to lean on. Fighting for our lives, solving puzzles, exploring dungeons. It all seems easier
Like, it doesn't
when you
look
have
that bad.
someone special by your side to make things less scary. So, what now? Did you just shush me? Because the teacher might hear us.
Oh god.
Hey. Have you ever passed a note to your crush? I mean, or you can just fight for friendship. That's cool and not...
Wow, we are so cheesy.
Minigames!
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I played a game like this, oh, I would,
and spells in battle.
oh, so much cringe.
So yeah, you can fight monsters, explore dungeons.
I don't know if I could do it.
I mean, so many things like trade, scavenge, dates. Did I say date twice? Anyway,
It's like 5
you
times.
have to manage and balance all these activities if you want to save the world. The clock is ticking. Okay, cool. Bye!
I will not save the date.
Wishlist now.
Next up, from Italian-Icelandic developer Evil Licorice, comes a nostalgia-fueled
Evil Licorice.
gadget-building sim that demystifies electronics engineering and allows you to share your creations with the community.
Hello everyone, I'm Marco Bancale from Evil
Hello,
Licorice,
Marco.
and I'm one of the designers of Retro Gadgets.
This is interesting.
Although it takes me forever to build something like this, I love the feeling of seeing something happening on a screen like this one when I rotate the knob or I press the buttons. And this is where the idea for Retro Gadgets comes from, is to being able to build digital gadgets with little effort. We love Pico 8 by Lexaloff because it brings you this retro environment where you can build your own games in Lua. And we also love Shenzhen.io by Zachtronics because it managed to teach you low-level programming effortlessly. And Retro Gadgets tries to take the best of both worlds.
So if
and
Retro
adds a
Gadget has
layer of
achievements,
hardware building
I'd
and
be down.
customization. All this
I
is
would be down.
packaged in a cozy and
Because it's like-
retro-inspired environment.
I don't know.
We have a fantastic community.
I feel like it'd be cool.
And, people have been creating insane gadgets that go well beyond our initial expectations. So please join our Discord server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is in early access on Steam, and we have big plans in store. Bye.
Big plans. Very
If
interesting.
you've ever watched the Mars Curiosity rover on one of its missions, you very well may have become fascinated by one of the hyper-specific contraptions and gadgets it keeps on board to measure soil samples and hunt for traces of water. Our next game poses a very important question, though.
Of course.
Sure, Curiosity can tell us the weather on a planet millions of miles away, but can it deliver a pizza? In Mars First Logistics from Shape Shop, you'll be given the task of carrying awkwardly shaped objects from point A to point B by assembling and piloting your very own Mars rovers. And in doing so, perhaps you will solve the pepperoni-based problems that truly matter.
The pepperoni-based
Hello,
problems.
I'm Ian McClarty from Shape Shop. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars. You'll do this by transporting often awkwardly shaped objects between A and B, using vehicles that you design and build yourself.
Uh-huh. I don't think that's how you do it right there.
As you
okay?
complete deliveries, the game will give you new toys to play with.
It does seem interesting. Kind of. Yeah, I don't know. It's also one that I would not do, but it's interesting enough, you know? It is.
The game is set in a vast open world, and you're free to pick and choose which jobs you'd like to take on. There's a mix of procedurally generated side jobs and handcrafted.
Gotta get those side jobs.
In the main contracts, you'll be helping to construct new buildings in the game's world. One of the main challenges in the game is figuring out how to pick up each item and deliver it safely to its destination using the parts that you have available. And as you build up your collection of parts, more creative options will become available to you. And I think a lot of the fun in the game is just messing around and being creative in its editor. And finally, I'm really excited to announce that Mars First Logistics will be launching into Steam Early Access on the 22nd of June. That's just 2 weeks away, and we're really looking forward to seeing what everyone builds in the game. Thank you.
Yeah.
You'd think the aftermath of a worldwide flood would be pretty bleak, right? Well, UK
Right.
and Denmark-based studio Die Gute Fabrik has a different take. From the studio that brought you Mutazione and Sports Friends comes the all-new adventure set in the sprawling post-flood world of Salt Sea. The adventure
Salt
unfolds
Sea.
differently with every decision, so there's always something new to see in your next playthrough. So buckle your swashes and get ready for the world premiere of the stylish, seaworthy Salt
Get it?
Sea.
Because Swashbuckler? It's a pirate game. It better be a pirate game.
Hello.
Hello.
We are Die Gute Fabrik. I'm Hannah Nicklin from Die Gute Fabrik, and we made Salt Sea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world premiere of Salt Sea Chronicles today.
Huh.
It's a flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you play as a ship's whole crew.
I don't like the art style. The art style is not my style, unfortunately. But we have 17 minutes before a Devolver Direct. The thing that I'm waiting for.
At the beginning of the game,
I'm trying to
you're
get through
gonna
this.
discover that Maya, your captain, has gone
Trying
missing.
to.
And together your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship and set out across the Salt Sea archipelago in search of clues.
It's a tough one though.
In each chapter of the game, you'll decide where to head next, who to explore with from the crew when you get there, and what to say to the people that you meet along the way. Salt Sea Chronicles' unique art style is brought to life by beautiful animation, and each location is built on the fragments of this world that came before. Our art team have really done an incredible job. One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos.
It is
and on
very
that island,
stylistic.
the people there live
Like, they've got a
symbiotically
style that
with
they're
this
going for,
community
and they're
of
doing
cats.
it, right? It is
As you
definitely
explore, you'll
very
find a brand new
stylistic.
trick-taking
Now,
card
I
game designed especially
may
for
not
the
like
world
this
of
style,
Salty.
but
It's a really good way to sort of take a
they
break
at
from the
least do
story.
have a
It's
style
called
that they're going
Spoils,
for.
and you can play it all over
Okay.
the archipelago, and you might discover how each community
And yes,
has
we
slightly
just
different
moved the
house
desk back
rules.
up.
Another
Because
thing
I
I'm super proud of
am
is our
so
exploration
tired of
system.
sitting.
So we're sort of done away
We've
with
been
the
doing
wall
it
of
for too
shame
long.
in adventure games. So if you miss a clue, instead of sort of slowly traipsing to the other end of the island, you're just going to tap the shoulder button on your controller or select a screen span arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space. It allows us to lay the story down away from a linear path much more organically. Salty Chronicles doesn't tell a story about a hero. It's a story about a community and how you navigate the world together. And each community that you meet in turn is going to be rich and amusing and strange, maybe, and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based storytelling too. So while you might be new to the world of Saltsea, you'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter or a Romeo and Juliet chapter or a Detective
Okay.
one.
I
There are
can't wait
plenty
to
of
be in a
laughs,
Scooby-Doo
but tough
chapter.
choices
Hopefully
and
it's not
meaningful moments
Velma
too.
style and
Our writers' room
it's
of
OG
award-winning
Scooby-Doo.
storytellers have done an incredible job. We're so delighted to share Saltsea Chronicles with you all today, and I can't wait for you to explore the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you chart when you play.
Yep. Okay.
All right, this next
Not
game
Xbox, wow.
Sorry. Tim keeps texting. Let's see. Oh, Tim wants me to read something. Apologies, but this seems important.
Okay. No
The thing
problem.
I love most about Day of the Devs, says Tim, as Tim, I don't know, is getting to know all these amazing game developers. I love hearing them describe their games and their creative process, but I wish I could hear more. I wish I could be a fly on the wall, eavesdropping all their private conversations, all their ups and downs, their triumphs and tribulations, while making a real video game over the course of 7 years. Too bad there's no way to do it. Or is there? This is actually pretty cool. Two-Player Productions was embedded with Double Fine for the course of 7 years while they were making Psychonauts 2, and they made a super hyper-duper long documentary series, unlike anything you've ever seen in games. All the intimacy, all the tears, the outrage and joys, and all the things that happen in game development that never really gets documented because who has access like this? So here's a very quick sneak peek at their incredibly long series. We highly encourage you to watch this thing. It's amazing.
It's absolutely amazing.
So what's next?
Wowzers.
Psychonauts 2. To get to the dollar amount we're talking about, it's probably going to take financing from a lot of different avenues. Whenever Grasslands is going to start, Tim's just going to start taking our people.
So there's a ton of stuff going on right now. It's kind of breaking me. But you know, it's fun. It'll be really rewarding when it's done.
Hopefully you get a chance to work on a Psychonauts game in the near future. Thank you for helping us bring back Psychonauts. Thank you. 3, 2, 1.
So are they doing like a documentary or something? That's what it seems like. All episodes.
To submit your game for future Day of the Devs,
It's a series
or to
for
just
it.
hear about Day of the Devs in general,
Which,
go to
that'd be cool.
dayofthedevs.com for
I do
more
want to watch the Hideo
Thank
Kojima
you
one
to
too.
all the incredible sponsors that have been with us.
That'll
since
be
the
that'll
very
be cool.
beginnings of Day of the Devs. We're going on 11 years. We could not pay for any of this without these sponsors. They donate to us. Ask for nothing in return except a showcase of incredible games from indie devs all around the world. So please, applause for all the
Now,
cool logos on the screen. We appreciate
Devolver
you. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you.
isn't
Thank you
supposed to
again
start
to
until
the incomparable Dose
12
One.
minutes from
He's
now.
been supplying the beats for all the transitions between all these amazing games.
So I don't know
Ever
what we're
since
gonna
we
do for
started
12
doing these
minutes,
digital showcases for Day
if
of the
this is
Devs.
ending now.
Thank you again. You're a hero amongst heroes. Go check out his music. It's amazing. Hell, Dose One is incredible. Thank you for watching Day of the Devs yet again. If you're looking for more information or you just want to subscribe to the coolest newsletter in all the land, go to dayofthedevs.com. the URL on your screen.
I don't know how cool
Follow
it's
us
gonna
on
be,
social media. We got more
to
coming
be
up
honest.
this year. Thank you to our friend Jeff Keighley. The Summer Game Fest showcase was amazing. We're so happy to be a part of Summer
was
Game
good.
Fest for these last
Kind
8
of.
years.
I don't know.
Definitely stick around. We're not completely
I feel like this
done
one was
yet.
mid.
We have a musical performance featuring the
Like
sounds of
the
New
Summer Games
Caledonia,
Fest
thanks to our friends who made the
mainstream.
game Chia. It's worth it.
This,
It's really
I don't
cool
remember how
happening right
Day of the Devs was before, but it was, I would say it wasn't great. Mingo, stop. You're gonna sleep, you can't lay on my keyboard. Interesting. It's like island exploration. Chia. So is it literally just island exploration, and that's all this is? For whatever game this is? I guess, I don't know. I don't. We're not doing this for another 9 minutes though. Dude, fucking getting down with that instrument. I don't know if it's a flute or something. Or no, I don't think it's a flute, right? I don't know. Where's my band kids in chat? Alright, so Day of the Devs is over. Now we're waiting on Devolver Digital, which 8 minutes. I'm hoping they start a couple minutes early. That's Day of the Devs started a couple minutes early, so we're a little ahead of schedule, but we will see. Because Devolver, oh, if you guys have not seen a Devolver Digital stream, you are in for a treat. Devolver Digital is always super crazy. It's like high production value, just craziness with a couple of game trailers or announcements or whatever mixed in. It is always so good. So good. So I'm excited for it.